Good morning again, Wildcats. Just a reminder, and you probably don't realize this, but for the students, today is the last day of the week. And I know you're very upset about that. I saw some tears this morning for students on the way in, but I thought I'd remind you, unfortunately for students, this is the last day of the week for you. Please try and be happy today, even though you're upset that you won't be able to be here Thursday and Friday. I just wanted to put that out there to you. We understand that you're upset and we'll work with you today. I want to follow up to our last announcements we made as far as the hallway and bathroom. I want to say I talked to the staff last night, and Ms. Colorado talked to some staff last night, and we heard overwhelmingly that it is much better in the hallway. So both of us want to thank you. Your teachers want to thank you. Staff in the building want to thank you. And just want to applaud you for that. There's still some work to do, but the improvement we have seen already has been awesome and what we expected. We still are going to work on dismissal from lunch and hallway behavior going back to class from lunch. We're going to put some things in place like specific routes for you to follow. So stay tuned for that. But overwhelmingly, I want to say great job and thank you for following the Wildcat way. And again, those of you that continue to follow it, we thank you as well. One thing I want to address is masks. So I can tell you we've had I will say, dramatic decrease in the amount of COVID cases, positive cases we've had here at school. Whether you believe in masks or not, it's very important that you're wearing them correctly while you are here. It must be up over your nose. Now, we recognize that sometimes they fall down. They may be too big. So a reminder, just monitor that. If it starts to fall down, please pull it back up over your nose. If you need masks, we have them here in the office. So we understand sometimes they do fall down. Just a reminder to keep them up over your nose. We will remind you, staff will remind you. They will see you in the hallway and it's down, they will remind you. In your classroom, they will remind you. However, should you choose to not wear it appropriately, particularly under your chin, or not respond when a staff member directs you, or you put your mask up over your nose and as you walk away, pull it back down again, that's where we're going to look at insubordination, unfortunately. So this is just a reminder, and this is a reminder to staff, this is a reminder to students, it's a reminder we hold the same thing with visitors. We need to be wearing our masks appropriately. And again, I know that's an easy fix, and a lot of you are, and we really appreciate that. Ms. Colrider, do you have something?
Yeah, one of the other things that we wanted to talk about was the dress code. I know that I have personally talked to many students, and teachers have been talking to students about dress code. So the dress code isn't really changing. We just wanted to put out a reminder of some of the dress code expectations. So and these, by the way, this is building wide. This is for boys, girls, staff, students, anyone who is here in the building. These are the expectations. So this is across the board. One of the big things that we're seeing is shirts that show your midriff or any part of around your stomach. That can't happen here at school. Your shirt must cover your entire torso. Okay, so you will be asked to either cover up or change into a different shirt if you're wearing a shirt that shows your midriff. So please make sure that you are keeping that in mind. Just like with the masks, if you're giving somebody a hard time about that and refusing to comply with that, it will be a referral for insubordination, which basically means you're refusing to follow the directions, and there will be a consequence for that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to have to do that to you. So just please make sure that you're wearing clothing that's appropriate. Did you want me to keep going with the lunch routes, Dr. Peters, or you want to take that?
Go ahead. That would be great.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the other things, and this is sort of new, we've been trying to direct, I say we, it's mostly Mr. Mahorny. We all know that he's I call him the mayor of the cafeteria, Mayor Mahorny. He's been kind of directing each team to go down a certain hallway and use a certain stairwell each day after lunch. And we're finding out that not all students are complying with those directions. So your team of teachers will be going over with you which hallway and which stairwell your team is supposed to be using. And if you're wondering where that's coming from and why we're cracking down on that a little bit, it's simply because we've been seeing a lot of misbehavior in the hallway on the way back from lunch. People are yelling and screaming while other classes are trying to be in session, lots of pushing and shoving and those kind of things. So that is why, that is where that is coming from. We're just trying to get a little bit of, maintain a little bit of order in the hallway. So be looking to your teachers. They'll let you know which way you need to go when you're on your way back from lunch.
Ms. Coltrider, is Mr. Weinmiller or maybe Mr. Gray in your office at all?
Unless they are really good at hide and seek, I don't see them.
Because we stole their positive calls for today and didn't want them to stop us. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually read the positive calls, and Mr. Weinmiller, Mr. Gray, no, I did not take these from you, but I am taking the opportunity to share 5, and Ms. Coltrider is going to share 5 as well. We realize the announcements are going a little long, but bear with us because it's very, very important that we recognize positive behavior. Oh my gosh, I thought that was Mr. Weinmiller out there at my door. I was getting a little worried there. We want to recognize. Yeah, I think.
Hurry up before he gets in.
Yeah, so we're going to read names. If your name is called, please report to the office. Actually, please report to the lobby. That would be a great place to go. Here we go. I'll start, Ms. Coltrider. Callie Brewer from Team Excel, Mrs. Schultz. Good job, Callie.
I have Jayla Gottwalt from Team Endeavor for respect, responsibility, and integrity, all 3 from Mrs. Carruthers. Great job, Jayla.
Sierra Wellman from Ambition, Mr. Abelies, recognize responsibility. Good job.
Also with responsibility, we have Leah Kohler from Team Invictus from Mrs. Rock.
Responsibility is a theme today because Jose Diaz-Gonzalez from Mrs. Reimer received a positive call for responsibility. Great job.
Dr. Peters, everyone is so responsible. That my next one, responsibility. This is awesome. Jake, I'm going to mispronounce this last name. I apologize in advance. Jacob Carroza from Team Velocity for Mr. Himes.
You would never believe it, but Terrence Harris from Voyager, from Miss Barninger, guess what? One of the 3.
Responsibility.
That's it, responsibility. Good job, Terrence.
My next one for responsibility, I know, surprise, Lindsay Miller, Team Inspiration for Mr. Duvall.
And I think this is where we draw the teacher winner as well, this last one. So this is interesting because it is not just responsibility, it's respect, responsibility, integrity. So Trevor McWilliams on Team Synergy, and the staff winner is Mrs. Baum. Great job, Trevor. Great job, Mrs. Baum.
My last one, now I'll say none of the boxes are checked. And in my mind, that means it was probably for all 3, respect, responsibility, and which is everything. And that is from Team Phoenix, Samuel Alexandro, and it was given by Mrs. Ruth. So we have 2 UA staff positive call winners, Mrs. Baum and Mrs. Ruth. Great job, Samuel. We'll see you guys down in the lobby.
Have a great day, everyone. Remember, respect, responsibility, integrity. And also remember, we know you're very upset today about not being here tomorrow and Friday. So we will support you in any way